We are now recording this. Now let me find me. I'm on Facebook page. Put up my notes. Happy Monday and happy first full week of February. Oh, I never drew a card for this month. I should do that too while we're sitting here. Um, so, hi, I am Lindsay from Super Seeker Powers Coaching. And I love to help intuitive, sensitive, empathic, and just spiritually seeking women find their light, begin to own it, so they can really get out there and shine in the world and create the dreams that they are here to manifest. And I do that through all sorts of classes and workshops and readings and programs. So if you stay tuned to this particular station, your super secret powers on Facebook. If you like and follow us, you will get all sorts of wonderful, high vibe, amazing things on your wall every week. I do my stars and cards once a week on Mondays. I usually go live on Wednesdays with some kind of tip or um, even some kind of like energy alert to help you keep on your game, your energy game, because life is all about building that positive energy bank so we can continue to grow and expand and manifest. All right, February. That's an interesting card. Let's pull over other deck. February read because I totally forgot to do my monthly read. I did the weekly reading, pulled the cards for that, but I didn't get the monthly reading. What we need to know about February. Most excellent. Alrighty. We will get to those in a minute. I will show you those in a minute. Okay. So, on my things here, on my little videos here, I go over the stars, the astrology portion, the energy coming through, the kind of universal influences that are out there, and I go over the cards. So, what the guides and spirits actually have to say about how we need to deal with this kind of energy, how we need to move forward, the tools we need to employ, whatever comes up that seems absolutely useful and absolutely beautiful for the week. So, we are in eclipse season, and it's been a big one. The full moon and the total lunar eclipse last week. Right now, my sense of timing is completely off. um, it was a big one. And you know how they say, like, there are a lot more crazy people out and a lot more crazy things happen during the full moon? Well, this was the biggest full moon in 150 years. So I think we are still really just kind of settling out from the build up to that because there was such pressure and chaos coming through. And I don't see chaos as a bad thing. I think we need chaos. That those couple days before the full moon and then during the full moon, um, that a lot of people were having a hard time getting above that energy, above that level of chaos. And a lot of truth came through, a lot of clarity came through, and that could have felt like the hand of God coming and screwing with your life. But that isn't what it really means. And hello, I see somebody watching. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Melinda. How are you guys? Today is good. I feel very good today. I hope you guys are feeling good too. And I do have a bit of a delay, guys, from my Blue Jeans account to my Facebook Live. So if it takes me a while to respond to your comment, don't worry about it. Just keep sending me hearts. I will see it and I will look so that we can chat and maybe I can even provide a little bit more personal insight as we go here. All right, so in addition to all this moony eclipse energy, because we're about halfway through the eclipse and we're going to be coming into like the solar portion now that we're going toward new moon. Um, we have a lot of outer planet energy this week. So the moon is helping us see past illusions, helping us into clarity, even if it's helping us understand what we don't know right now. But the outer planets, so like Pluto, Neptune, I think Uranus was there this week, but also a little bit of Jupiter and Mercury toward the end of the week. But those outer planets are really going to have us focusing on our dreams, on our shadow side. And when I talk about shadow side in things and in my classes and whatnot, I'm really talking about how we are bringing ourselves into wholeness and into integrity. So I don't really see that there's this division between your dark side and your light side. And we have to own who we are, and we have to find a way to love and accept who we are so that we can come in to this world as a fully capable person, a fully capable light, a fully capable loving being, so that we can manifest. We need all of it, not just the light side, not just the super happy positive side. I'm just super happy because I get to be on here and talk to you wonderful people. But a lot of that is going to kind of have us going a little back and forth for the beginning of the week and to midweek. But coming up to Thursday, we can finally like take a breath. We can finally say, okay, I can relax a little bit more into myself. Um, ideally, when we're talking about that whole integration persona, when we're talking about coming into our integration, we're talking about not just being comfortable with our spiritual self, not just being comfortable with ourselves when things are going well, but being able to be comfortable within ourselves, feeling safe within our bodies, our very physical selves, especially for the people I'm talking to, especially for the empaths and the intuitives and the spiritual seekers out there. We tend to be people who are much more comfortable out here than in here. So for us, a lot of that integration lesson stuff that the universe is trying to say, like, hey, look at that, is about being safe here, being in our power here, being present here. And we'll get a little bit more of a taste of that after midweek, but we should be striving for that even in the times of chaos, because chaos is not necessarily a bad thing. Chaos in our relationships, in what we thought was something static and foundational in our lives, a lot of this is going to be getting an overhaul, an upgrade in this eclipse season. And sometimes, a lot of times, I'm going to say all the time, means the pot's going to get stirred a bit. Like that pot getting stirred is part of the process of coming in to your integration, of finding how you need to grow into the potential light, the fifth dimensional being that you already are. Hi, Angela. How are you today? How are you this week so far? So for this week, loves, this week especially, I want to ask you to be at least aware enough that when you're coming to a point of unclarity about if you can handle this, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, if you're feeling a little thrown off kilter because maybe a relationship that you need to be there, that support isn't there the way you need it, kind of hit the pause button on fear. Hit the pause button and only deal with or make decisions on the things that are actually provably real, not potentially real, not maybe someday. For instance, there's been a lot of people transitioning from this world to the other this past month, and especially this past 2 weeks. It's been at least a theme in my life. Has it been in yours? Let me know. But in that, I mean, yes, that transition is always a constant. And yes, it's true. It will hurt and we will miss them. But that reality isn't here and isn't provable right now. And we cannot act on fear of the future, fear of a potential. We can't make a decision around it because it's not here yet. We won't know the circumstances under which those things will actually come into being. And so we want to hit that pause button this week and only deal with the things that are actually tangibly right in front of us to decide. Acknowledge those potentials could happen. Could be that way. That could be devastating of when I lose this person. That's not today. And then, after you've kind of hit the pause button, you want to take that step back or even perhaps step up in energy. Say, what do I need? Be in a place that I feel some level of peace with this. So just going off the example of being reminded of our mortality and our loved ones' mortality this week, really coming to that place where it's just, I will be okay because I will be able to get through that because I've taken the time to really live and be present in the time I do have with this person because I made sure to tell them how I feel so that we can live in that space together today. And only act on those things that you can control right now. You might have to build up to some stuff, take a little baby steps. But coming to that place where peace is what is going to bring our power out. And looking at the cards for this month that I just drew at the beginning here, we have Vast. I hope that because I have a lag and I'm watching this on Facebook, I can't actually see if that's going to come through. But we have Vast, who stands for independence. Your independence is a foundation to your strength and success. And we have, that was from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And we have the card Flying from the Enchanted Map deck. So there is a huge energy and a huge impulse coming through for this month for us to find our freedom, to find what is going to make us an empowered person, ready to take the actions we need to take. Whether it's telling people what our true feelings are so that we feel freedom, so that we are independently at peace, or whether it's being able to feel independent enough and free enough to take on the project you need to do next in order to, bring in the business, write the book, whatever the external dream is here that you are going for. We have these huge energies this month. And this week, as we're coming out of the lunar chaos and into a lot more of the bright sun, clarity, energy aspects of this eclipse season, because we're about halfway through and now we're coming into the light side. This week, we have Nurture All You Love. And that was from the Messenger's Oracle deck. We have the Golden Palace from the Enchanted Map deck. And we have Islot from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And Islot is about undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. What I really feel like the gods and the guides and the guardians and the masters are all trying to get through to us this week is that while fear is one part of our guidance system, what could be, it could be. We have to aim higher. We have to focus our sights on something much, much larger than one potential instance. And I don't know if I'm actually on again or not. I will keep going either way because I can post the whole thing later because I'm actually recording this now. All right. So to aim higher and to aim for that kind of undying divine love that you can bring to the situation simply by taking little actions this week, little tangible things, making sure you are speaking your truth, making sure you are going slowly enough in your decisions and your feel throughs that you are in integrity with your love, with your divine self. And as you go through this week and as you are taking care of yourself, um, last week I did draw the goddess Sulis, who's all about water. We're looking at flow and we're looking at learning how to have things flow through us without necessarily sticking. So that could be this part of this chaos. It could be the chaos, what the chaos is bringing up in others around us. We don't want to hold on to that stuff. We're just going to let it flow through this week, but also to remember to cleanse and to come back to water and use water to help us release anything that might feel a little sticky during these times. Um, Water is a thing with empaths and intuitives, and it really helps. So that was the message for the week. But I do want to remind you that I have a Defy Negativity 5-day challenge coming up, and I will be doing some prizes around that. And defying negativity, I think, is really the theme of this eclipse. I know there's a lot of things about power and a lot of things about making sure we are supported, partnership, that we have the support that we need. But the way it's been coming through on such deeply personal levels with the people that I'm seeing and the people that I'm talking to and all my clients and all that, that it seems like it seems almost like a negativity issue. So this challenge just came up as something just perfectly timed to do. Now, defying negativity, it isn't about avoiding people. And a lot of people will say, like, oh no, like, I have to work on my shielding. I need a lot more boundary work around this because these people are really getting to me. Those are band-aids. That is not how you truly defy negativity. And it doesn't come from letting go of what you really want. It doesn't come from sacrifice. It doesn't come from giving in and, mirroring some of that low vibe stuff that a lot of this eclipse stuff brings up. It comes from invoking and embodying higher energies and wisdom. And sometimes it's going to take letting go of what you think you know. How you've painted this box around the problem in order to see the bigger picture, in order to see what love is trying to bring in. So we got 5 days, and you're going to learn the right tools to not keep you in analysis over your past patterns or what's going on or your analysis of the hurt you might be going through right now. It's going to help you look outside that box to get the clarity you need to raise your perception, your vibe, your ideas about what's going on, and your ability to see a different potential. Because a lot of times when we come into this hurt space, we also come into this victimhood kind of helpless space. I don't know how to stop this. I don't know how to stop this from happening again. And sometimes we lose trust. And sometimes we lose the vision that this is all about. Because we're so focused on trying to avoid or stop the hurt. So, not part, but this define negativity concept that I want to try and impress and open your mind and heart to in this challenge is so that you can learn to be okay in the chaos, so that you can unleash your inner genius because you're going to see things in a whole new way, so that you can release what's holding you back, and it's going to make you that much more unstoppable in life. It's going to make it so that you have this buoyancy and resiliency that you just simply need to tap into every time you begin to feel a little down, every time things seem to go a little weird, every time everybody else seems a little weird. You're going to be able to be the anchor for higher energies in your life and in others' lives. But 5-day challenge, I'm going to drop the link for that. Please sign up for it so you can get the workbook. It will be in my Thriving and Free Intuitives or Empaths and Intuitives group, but to get the workbook delivered straight to your thing, you have to sign up on the sign up page. And I am putting that in. That way I can pin it to the top, because you can only do that when you're live. You can learn about Facebook. It would help if I knew how to spell challenge. There we go. Link. So I cannot wait to see you in Defy Negativity. That will start on the 12th, so next Monday. And I can't wait to see you in the group, in the Thriving and Free Empaths and Intuitives group. And I will be back on Wednesday for some more high vibe action and guidance to get you through so that you are feeling peaceful, powerful, and ready to move forward with your inspired action and guidance. And I love you all, and I will see you on Facebook and in Cyberland. And have a good week.